Hello everyone, hopefully you are doing great. In this week our discussion topic is historical research. Which types of challenges a researcher face or have to handle when he or she go to run a historical research analysis. In this video I'd like to discuss about several key challenges which have to face by a researcher in analyzing historical data. Basically, historical communication artifacts and documents. When one researcher go to find out, first and foremost, actually, this contextual understanding is very much important and very much challenges for him or her. For example, I can say if any researchers find out the political pamphlets of French Revolution, in this case, he or she have to know the cultural settings, the historical settings of this particular time, their political identity, their social hierarchy, and several audience assumptions helps to know. But day by day, actually, and over time, the context, the text meaning, several cultural codification changed and it's means by new meaning, so it's quite difficult and a big challenge for researchers to find out the actual meaning, actual text in which intentions it's spread. So this contextual, the cultural and historical settings, it's a big deal which have to done by these researchers. And another thing is the corrections, actually the correct data. Most of the times if we do the historical research, this historical documents, actually who actually the owner, the writer of these documents, it's important to know. In Bangladesh perspectives, we're going to know that this Awami League and the BNP, two major political groups in our country, when this Awami League in ruled positions, actually they spread news in which our liberation wars contributions focus on Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, and when this BNP in coming in ruled, they actually focus on Ziaur Rahman's contributions in liberation war and want to hide the other person's contribution. So it's quite difficult for know about the actual historical pattern about contributors, and actually they are hiding or they are focusing more or oversimplification or over claiming one person's contributions. We actually have to find out, and it's important for being neutrality in historical research patterns. And another thing here is that the preservation and access in collecting data. Somehow one researchers go to collect data, but this data if in any archives or any personal collections, so these researchers actually make struggles to collect this data from personal collections or archives, and in this case somehow this physical deterioration of data happened, then primary source of data have destroyed, and it's make a gap in this research. And in this case researchers have to follow the secondary data or fragmentation material. So I think it's the another challenge for a historical researcher, and which I'm facing problems for nowadays historical research, that is technological problems, such as you can say in previous year the film or other thing they use old reels memory or audio recording. So in today's digital age, to access these types of reels and audio recording, it's quite tough, and I think the transformation of this technology, it's also a great challenge for researcher to access in previous data and to make a logical use of this previous data. It's actually a challenge for our historical researchers. And ethical consideration, it's actually important for be concerned, because historical researchers actually they did work with previous data and make comparisons. So in this case, the several sensitive issues or several controversial topic actually they can find. In this case actually they have to concern about the privacy, about the ethics of publishing, about several social issues, controversial issues. So these ethical considerations also have to be concerned by these researchers, because it leads several problems or can create several challenges among audience. So it's also have to be concerned. And lastly I would like to say about interdisciplinary approach, and in this case actually which actually the formal way how we can do research and the collection values and the data make comparison. It's in this case historical research actually have to go through by this interdisciplinary approach, and have to be more aware about publishing anything or collecting any data, and have to be concerned about it that as it is biased or it is focusing just on one side, or have to focus about these particular times political beliefs, their social beliefs, and the cultural codification which actually change or not nowadays, how this code is using. So these types of norms and documents have to know and have to be concerned. And by this awareness actually one historical researchers can use these historical communication artifacts and documents so properly and can mitigate the problems. Thanks a lot everybody.